Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the circuit operation of three-phase half-wave controller rectifier with REL load. Okay, so here we are having the circuit diagram. It consists of the three-phase transformer. The primary winding of the transformer, it may be star connected or delta connected, but the secondary should be connected in star only, because for this circuitry we require three-phase four-wire supply. Okay, and the fourth wire is possible only in the case of star connection. Okay, so that's why the secondary should be connected in star only. Okay, next we are using the three thyristors T1, T2, T3. The load is REL load. Okay, so in the load we are having the element inductor. Okay, as we know, the inductor is the element which opposes the change in the current. Also, it stores the energy in its magnetic field, and in order to maintain the same current, inductor releases the energy. Okay, so we are having the supply voltage Vs, which is nothing but the three phase voltages, that is a Va, Vb, Vc. Okay, so this is the neutral point, right? So here it is a Va, Vb, Vc. Voltage across this phase is nothing but the Va, right? So here it is a Va we are having, right? Similarly, here it is a Vb we are having, and here it is a Vc, right? Here it is a Vc. Okay, so now yes, Va is equal to Vm into sine of omega t. Vb is lagging to Va by angle 120 degree. Okay, Vc is lagging to Va by angle 240 degree. Okay, so we can write Va is equal to Vm into sine of omega t, right? I'm writing here Va is equal to Vm into sine of omega t. Okay, where Vm is the peak value of the phase voltage. Okay, Vb is equal to Vm into sine of omega t minus 120 degree, or you can write 2 pi by 3 radian. Vc is equal to Vm into sine of omega t minus 240 degree, or you can write plus 120 degree. Okay, in both the ways you will be getting the same meaning. Okay, next, now let us discuss the circuit operation for alpha less than 30 degree. Okay, so for alpha less than 30 degree, the circuit operation will be same as that of the purely resistive load. Okay, so alpha less than 30 degree means here omega alpha equal to 0 for T1 means we are going to apply the gate pulse to thyristor T1 at omega t is equal to pi by 6. Okay, it is nothing but alpha equal to 0. Okay, but alpha less than 30 degree means alpha is non-zero. Okay, so we are going to apply the gate pulse to thyristor T1 at this instant, right? Thyristor T2, yes, at this instant, and thyristor T3 at this instant. Okay, so here if you check before the thyristor T1, which thyristor will be in the on state? It will be a thyristor T3. Okay, so when T3 is in the on state, at that time, yes, the output voltage will be same as that of the Vc. Okay, so here we will be having the output voltage that will be appearing, okay, across the load. So it is a Vc, right? After this, what will happen? Yes, here as soon as the thyristor T1 turns on, yes, the output voltage will suddenly increase from Vc to the Va value. Okay, and after that it will be continuing till we apply the gate pulse to thyristor T2. Okay, means till thyristor T2 turns on. Okay, next, so after T2, after T1, thyristor T2 will turn on. Okay, so when T2 turns on, yes, T1 will turn off, and in the output, yes, we'll be having the waveform of the VB, right? We will be having the waveform of VB, right? So here, if you check, yes, here we are having the sudden change in the output voltage, sudden change in the output voltage. Okay, next, after this again, yes, thyristor T3 will turn on. As soon as T3 turns on, T1 will turn off, right? T1 will turn off, and output voltage will be same as that of the Vc now. Okay, so here in the output we are having the Va pulse, next Vb pulse, and Vc pulse. So here it is a Vb pulse, and here it is a Vc pulse, right? So again, this is like a continuous conduction only, right? Because V0 is non-zero for all the time. Okay, so only thing is, yes, please try to understand this angle is alpha, this angle is alpha. Okay, right? Similarly, this angle is also alpha, right? From pi by 6, 5 pi by 6 to this instant. Okay, this angle is also alpha. Okay, this angle is right, alpha. We can write or we can denote it like this. So this angle is alpha, okay, for thyristor T2. And similarly this angle is also alpha, this angle is also alpha, okay. This is for alpha less than 30 degree, okay. But for alpha greater than 30 degree, what will happen? If you recall the purely resistive load for alpha greater than 30 degree, yes, after omega t is equal to pi by 3, yes, Vc becomes negative, right? So due to that thyristor T3 turns off actually, right? It was turning off, okay. So during omega t is equal to pi by 3 till the thyristor T1 turns on. During that interval, none of the thyristor were in the conduction mode, okay. But what will happen to the RL load? Let us discuss, okay. So now alpha greater than 30 degree. So it is a alpha greater than 30 degree, okay. Means we are going to apply the gate pulse to thyristor T1 here, gate pulse to thyristor T2 here, and gate pulse to thyristor T3 here, okay. So it indicates alpha for thyristor T1, right? Similarly, this indicates alpha for thyristor T2, and this one will be the alpha for thyristor T3, okay. So again here we are having the load is inductive, okay. So whether inductor will allow, yes, the change in the current? No. So what will happen? Before turning on of a thyristor T1, yes, thyristor T3 will be in the on state, okay. Current will, yes, current will be flowing from VC T3 load and again back to the neutral point. Means in this loop the current will be flowing, right? VC T3 load and again back to the neutral point, okay. So now inductor goes on storing the energy, right? Next, after omega t is equal to pi by 3, when Vc is negative, Vc is negative means here it is a minus and here it is a plus, okay. So this Vc will try to circulate current in this direction, okay. But whether this inductor will allow the sudden reversal of the current? No. So whatever the energy stored by the inductor from before omega t is equal to pi by 3, right, inductor will release that energy, okay, after pi by 3. So when inductor releases the energy, at that time what is the v0? V0 will be same as that of the Vc only, okay. So here please be careful, yes, after omega t is equal to pi, yes, load voltage will be negative, right? Load voltage will be negative, right? So pulse will be like this. So here we will be having the negative pulse, okay. After that it will increase to the Va suddenly, right? So here we will be having the Va, okay. Next thyristor turns on, okay. We'll be having the pulse like this, correct. After this the Vb or the thyristor T2 will come into the picture, right? And here some part of the Vc, right? So here please be careful. After or for alpha greater than 30 degree, for alpha greater than 30 degree, okay, here we'll be having some negative pulse, some negative pulse in the output voltage, okay. It is similar to that of single phase rectifier with RL load, okay. If you check single phase rectifier with RL load, for RL load, yes, the output voltage will be negative for some time interval, okay. So same is happening here, same is happening here. Are you getting the point? Okay. For alpha less than 30 and for alpha greater than 30. For alpha less than 30 there is a no change in the V0 waveform, right? It is same as that of the purely resistive, okay. But for alpha greater than 30 degree, yes, in the V0 waveform, yes, here means from pi by 3 to the instant we apply the gate pulse to thyristor T1, right? During this interval for purely resistive load, yes, it was a zero voltage, but for RL load it is a negative voltage, okay. So this is about the operation of three-phase half-wave control rectifier with RL load. Okay. In the next video, we are going to derive the expressions of V0 average, V0 RMS, and the load power. Okay, for this circuit. Thank you.